So we're Stones Property. We operate over 2 locations, one in Hayes, Greater London, the other one in Hillingdon, Greater London. We do residential sales and lettings. We've been going on since 2005. So as an independent estate agency, some of the challenges we do face are trying to obtain stock, lack of stock in the market, in today's marketplace. So within that, Reapit has got a reporting functionality in it. We're able to almost segment data, applicant data, and from that, we're able to then see, say, for example, next time buyers that might have something to sell. So we're able to essentially look for other opportunities in trying to generate valuations, having, sort of better conversations with not just applicants, we've got vendors and landlords and so on. The other thing as well that Reapit also offers is the integration, the app market. So we found that using the likes of companies like, for example, Briefy Market and Spectre, we're able to integrate their platform into sort of Reapit with our data. Some things also include like welcome emails when an applicant's registered. It gets our branding out there, so brand awareness is also very key for us. Marketing, advertising costs a lot of money, and so being able to do that within, a database that's probably 15 plus years old with over, say, 10,000 contacts, but on a regular basis keeps our name out there, and hopefully sticks. So if they're ever in conversation with, a family or friend, hopefully they'll remember the name Stones because they would have seen that from email campaigns and things like that. And that could only happen with a third-party company being able to, essentially integrate with our data through Reapit. I've been using Reapit for about 17 years now, on and off. Previously, where I was employed working for a very large independent, almost / corporate, and now running my own agency. I think over time it's developed. It's not been overdeveloped where I find it quite hard to use. I find it very easy to use. We recruit staff yearly, and they also pick it up very, very quickly. On top of that as well, there's support. So I've got a really good relationship with my customer success manager, Mark Everett, and he's always mucked in whenever we face any issues because, I suppose the way the world is now with PropTech as well, you have got a lot of integration. So Zoopla, Rightmove on the market, Briefy Market, Spectre, postcode finder, things like that. And sometimes things will go wrong. It might be from our end, it could be from Reapit's end, it could be from other software providers' end. But knowing that those things can be fixed, quickly and that there isn't this crazy waiting time, makes all the difference. The other thing I touched base on some of the companies was the app market. So I think, there was a point at when I was looking to kind of move CRM providers, because of this whole new fancy app that was out there and the things that you can do. And I think, my experience of it after that was, hey, it's actually not worthwhile moving because, well, I'd have lost a lot of data firstly, and I think that it was just trying to transfer 10 years worth of goods over to another platform was also going to be very difficult. But at the same time, Reapit probably looked at that and said, well, actually, there's a lot of new companies coming in and it'd be good to have a place where they can all integrate within us, and that's worked out great. So the likes of what I use is Briefy Market and Spectre. They integrate really well. Zoopla on the market, Rightmove of course. It all seems very, very seamless. Properties come on and get taken off as and when they go on for sale or sale agreed or withdrawn or to let or let buy. But overall, it's more the ease of use and also the support that I like about Reapit. One of the biggest values is time saving. Essentially, that's why we use property software, a CRM system. But with those, so one of the things that we use is an integration we have is Tappy, and that integrates with our phone systems. So essentially when a client calls, if that record is on our database, the details of that client turns up, whether it's an applicant or a landlord or a vendor and so on. And off the back of that, you can address them by their name, and which gives that personalised service. Not just sort of somebody ringing in. You might have dealt with them a million times for the last 10 years, and so that kind of impresses clients essentially. But also the individual's able to just go into that record straight away and actually read through notes as they're entering into that phone call, as opposed to then trying to find out why they're calling. Sometimes they're calling for a specific department or a specific person, and someone might shout out, saying, "Oh, that's for me," and that leaves the other members of staff to kind of deal with either the walk-ins or other calls that are coming in. We've obviously got the integrations with the other third-party companies like Brief Market and so on. So benefits there is that when an applicant's registered, within 24 hours, an email sent out introducing ourselves. Great brand awareness, because they're probably ringing about 10, 15 estate agents, trying to look for property. Off the back of that, it's good for us in terms of, Google really, because they recognise that people are, off the back of that email, they'll probably go into click a link, goes to our website, sees our current stock, saves a bit of time as well. They can then contact us about stock we have got available. But yeah, essentially, I think it's a time-saving aspect of it. Again, the ease of it as well. So a client calling in, us being able to go into that record quite quickly. And a number of other things really, like email and matching and so on. So yeah, mainly time saving. As an independent estate agency, we opened up our second branch from the back of COVID. So November 2020, that site opened, our Hillingdon office. And so off the back of that, we had to hire more staff, and adding users and so on into Reapit. It takes me about 5 or 10 minutes. It's really easy. And off the back of that, the staff are now having to learn a new sort of system entirely, which is really easy. Most of our guys, they picked up inside of 30 minutes to an hour. I guess the way that the data is all segmented and so on. We use a system called the 1 to 31 system, which essentially was your 1 to 31 different folders, and then January to December. And what we used to do was if someone asked to be called in November, for example, put it into November, and November the 1st would put it in the middle somewhere or towards the end. Using Reapit, we're able to kind of use those old traditional methods and make it more efficient, by creating alerts and there's reporting functionalities that will let us know when to call, clients and so on. So definitely, saving time and the ease of Reapit, and being able to access certain data at certain times, quite quickly and efficiently makes a massive difference. So yeah, 100%, it's definitely helped us grow our business. So I've got two favourite PropTech apps that I like using. Both of them actually gave us great successful results in the last couple of years. The first one we started off with Spectre. They're a great it's a great lead generation tool, and it also integrates with Reapit via the app market. Things such as kind of seeing what data you already hold, in terms of landlords or sellers against the properties that are on the market. The same thing again with Brief Market. It's a great marketing, platform where one of the things is where, for example, if an applicant, we register an applicant, whether it be for sales or lettings, they get a welcome email. We have about 3 emails going out every month. That keeps the brand going. Off the back of that, they're able to click through the site, see what stock we have available, and sort of contact us if there's anything that they like. we're able to even see who opens those emails as well, and maybe even be able to target them, you know, if they keep opening a certain part of the marketing that's going out also. So yeah, I mean, also sometimes it's great just to go on the app platform and see who else is there, and you know, start Googling what their prices are like and say, well, no, that's a bit too expensive, we'll leave that one out, and that's nice and cheap, we'll go for that one. I'm just joking, but yeah, you know, essentially, you know, it's just good to kind of, it exposes you out there, because I've been in this for, what, close to 18 years now, and I wouldn't know, you know, being a small independent, you know, if I didn't go to, say, conferences and I wasn't part of a big corporate network, you know, what systems there are out there. Whereas having a platform that's just there on my screen, I can open up in the morning, you know, when I get in and see, you know, what apps are available and how it can help me in my business. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a massive plus. Being able to, I suppose, you know, kind of attack and, you know, be able to get more stock in, because, you know, as an estate agent, you know, again, an independent, you know, there's a lot of competition. You know, well, I've got an agency next door, across the road, 3 doors down that way, another 2 more further up that way, another 2 more, you know, within 5 minutes walking distance from this office. There's probably about 7 or 8 on this road. What difference, you know, can I bring? You know, what's my USP? What's my purple cow? You know, to a seller or landlord. You know, we all essentially, you know, kind of operate the same way. We all have high street locations. We probably all advertise the same places, and we all open probably the same hours. But if you can have technology there to make you get there quicker, you know, or essentially save you time, which probably will save you money, yeah, it makes a massive difference. Yeah.